Carl here, the Everyday Mystic. If you like these, do the like, subscribe, share. As much as we can, we'd like to get this out to the general public, try to get the message moving. This morning's message is about the subject of religion. Somebody told me that they thought that religion had caused more wars and more suffering than anything else on earth. And, well, I had to call bullshit. Religion has never killed so much as one person. Religion has never killed a mosquito, never mind a human. Humans are the things that kill humans. Humans are the things that cause wars. And why do humans cause wars? Well, humans cause wars because of hatred, intolerance. And humans cause wars basically behind everything is fear. Fear causes wars. Fear kills people. And fear is born of a them and us mentality. People who are like us are us. And people who are different to us are them. Them and us is why pretty much every kind of intolerance, every kind of hatred has ever been born. Now, the important thing to know is, why is there a them and us? Well, there's a them and us because us is the tribe and us is the same as me. And that, my darlings, is ego talking. If it's the same as me, it's okay. If it's not the same as me, I can't trust it. I can't be sure that it's not out to do me harm. And therefore, I dislike it, distrust it, hate it. And that fear is born of the most basic fear that we all have. It is the animal side to our nature. It is the fear of death. We fear dying. It is the most basic fear behind all other versions or values that we have for fear, is the fear of death. If you're claustrophobic, you're afraid of death. You're agoraphobic, you're afraid of death. Doesn't matter what your fear is. Fear of the dark, basic fear of death. Fear of losing your job is a fear of death. Because what you're actually fearing is not being able to survive. So this is where fear comes from. This is where fear of something that's different comes from. Because, well, we can't trust anything that's different. Therefore, we do what is necessary, which is take care of ourselves first and make sure that the something different is gotten rid of. That is the basis for all intolerance, all hatred, and all versions of war and mistreatment of each other as human beings. So how do we get around that? Well, we go banging on about compassion again. But how do we learn compassion? What do we have to do to learn compassion? We have to learn to teach our ego. We have to learn to say to the ego that the them is actually something new and exciting. They're just another us with a slightly different way of looking at the world and a slightly different way of living in the world, but they've still got 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 head. And despite the fact that they do things differently, they eat different foods, they behave differently, and they pray to different gods, if they pray to gods at all, that they're human. And human is the only metric that we need to worry about. Human is the only version of us on the planet. Doesn't matter after that. If you want to know what makes me equal to you. It's not that I am your equal in intellect, strength, wealth. It's that I'm human. If you want to get over the intolerance divide, the sexism divide, you stop using the male female difference as a metric. You use the fact that, well, we're both humans, therefore we are equal. That's your metric. That's your way of measuring equality. It also is your way of getting around being afraid of someone who's different, be it female, male, Protestant, Catholic, Christian, Muslim, theist, atheist, agnostic, whatever, black, white, who cares? Human and human. It would be an awful lot easier if we stopped thinking about them and us and just started thinking about all of us. We're all one. And if you don't believe that, think about the fact that at the end of the day, once you go beyond what we think of ourselves and what we think we are as an organism, we're all made of the same building blocks. We're all made of the same atoms. We are atoms swimming in a sea of atoms because the air that surrounds us is atoms. That air comes into my lungs and temporarily becomes part of me and then leaves. And at some point, it goes into somebody else's lungs, becomes temporarily part of them and leaves. We're all the same energy. There is no difference. None at all. If you think that I am sitting here, I'm a collection of atoms, particles, vibrations, because all atoms vibrate, they oscillate. Around me is the air, made of atoms. And then there's you, also sitting in the air. Where do I finish and do you begin? One collection of atoms, a collection of atoms, and another collection of atoms. One vibration, another vibration, and another vibration. It's all the same. So in the end, the only thing that causes war, the only thing that causes strife, the only thing that causes fear, contention, the only thing that causes any of the ills is not realizing that we're all the same, is not realizing that we are one, is not realizing that love is the thing that holds us together. Just love thy neighbor as thyself, I think, was a really good statement. It's just your neighbor is yourself, and your neighbor is anyone on this globe, because the last time I checked, there's no way off it. We're all here together. So why aren't we all together? We all are here together. Be together.